Hey everyone, and welcome to BMX News, where sometimes technology just doesn't work. I opened up my app and everything to get this going, pushed go, and it would not connect. So sorry about being a little bit late. We are starting this week's BMX News with a really sad thing that is going around Instagram literally right now. This was posted 5 minutes ago. And it's actually relevant to something I was already going to talk about. Eddie Rios has passed away to pancreatic cancer. I'll admit I don't know a lot about Eddie. I feel like I have met him before, but I don't know for sure. But I was going to talk about the fact that the Deltona skate park here was renamed to the Eddie Rios skate park because Chad DeGroot sent me this release here from some stuff to do with that. And I was going to talk about this week. And then this morning I saw a couple posts right there from what you guys have already seen. So I'll read what Matt Copeland said here. And yeah. His infectious support for the BMX scene has made the park a consistent go-to for togetherness. There's a few riders in any scene that can make that happen to perpetuate camaraderie, positivity, inclusivity, in effect, producing a smile on anyone/everyone's face. For Deltona, that rider is Eddie Rios. So it's really sad to hear this. I'm glad that they were able to get this done before he passed. I think that's the way the timeline has worked. So I don't know where this information can be found at because Chad just emailed it to me. I don't know where it'll actually end up. But I saw also on Base Brooklyn's Instagram page this post, the real king of New York. Looking through some pictures here. It really sucks to see when these types of things happen. So yeah, I don't know much about Eddie, but I always want to talk about stuff like this when I'm aware of it and able to. So if you did, maybe leave a story or something in the comments so I can learn more about him and pay your respects where they're to be paid at. So then after that, we can move on some very sad news to some exciting news in the BMX world, which is polar opposite ends of the spectrum of things to talk about. But Nick Bruce's new sponsor is finally announced. HUFFY BMX. Nick Bruce. So I figured this one out myself whenever I realized that Carly was put on the race team. Huck Karinsky in Cleveland, riding for the freestyle side of things, was the first rider. And I know that Huck's family and Nick have a good relationship. And I put it together who would make sense after leaving DK for Nick to ride for. And immediately I texted Nick, "It's HUFFY." And his response was, "Please don't make a video telling everyone this time." Because last time Nick Bruce had a new sponsor when he went to DK, I didn't know. I just guessed. I speculated. I put it as the title and thumbnail of a BMX news video like the day he announced it without knowing that he was actually riding for DK. So he asked me to please not spill the beans this time, so I did not. But it's exciting to see this because I am pumped to see where this goes. When Huck's dad, Kier, who's in the chat right now, was telling me that they were talking to HUFFY about Huck riding for them and all of that, I'll admit I was nervous at first because I'm like, man, what are they going to do? Like, I hope they do it right. And from everything I've heard so far, they definitely are taking a good approach to this. And I think that this is going to be an awesome deal for Nick. So we'll learn more as time goes. For now, Nick Bruce is riding for HUFFY. How cool. Also, the video of this, why is my background not refreshing? Oh, technology, man. Gotta love that. Well, I had the video posted up here in the background, made by Trevor Gay, legendary Ohio BMX figure and announcer and videographer. Yeah, Nick Bruce riding for Huffy now, and I'm excited for the future. New Huffy era, let's go. Could be good. I hope so. I hope it's good. I'm excited to see, with everything that I've heard so far and seen of how it's going. Seems like it's pretty good. So, in other massive news in the BMX world, Swamp Fest is going down right now in Florida. I'm sad that I am not there, but one, I'm sick, and two, it's going to rain tomorrow, so that's how I'm coping and making myself feel better about not being there. Didn't work out for me this year, but for a lot of people it did, and the course looks insane. Look at this. There's a literal pirate ship whose Nick Bruce sounds like what? I can't see with the thing there. Sounds like he smiths ceilings. That's funny. But there's everything you could want. It seems like a sub setup, hubbas, grind ledges, dirt jump line, like dirt, not dirt, wooden box jump rhythm with two boxes in a row, trampoline setup, the pirate ship vert ramp. This feels like an episode of Viva La Bam, honestly. A concrete bowl, a log ride across the freaking trench, in what looks like either a place to turn around or a place to swamp dive of death. But, oh yeah, also the roller coaster, literal roller coaster rail over here. It is a freaking roller coaster rail with two sides, like last year, how they went as high as they could, but instead of building it super high, it goes up and over a thing. Jeff, don't be bitter, okay? Swamp Fest is cool for BMX and people are excited about it. I'd rather have it and have people be excited than people have nothing. There's a pirate ship. There's a literal freaking pirate ship. And I was thinking about it. There's people who are like, oh, revenue fest. And it's like, I don't know, man. There's going to be like 1,000 or more people maybe who are about to have an amazing time tomorrow and today who otherwise wouldn't have had it. And there's clearly a lot of work put in. Trey's paying the people to build it. And like people are upset maybe that it costs a little bit more this year. But I would say for being 50% more in price, it's definitely 50% more to ride. And there is everything you could want. I mean, this is a full-fledged skate park on top of some Florida sand dirt with a pirate ship. It's pretty cool to see this, regardless of what anyone says or thinks about anyone involved with this. It's crazy to see all of this massive effort put in and all of these people who are going to have a memorable time. And I think that's a good thing. So yeah, Swamp Fest Day Zero video linked in the description if you want to see what's going on before everything kicks off. And I'm sorry that I couldn't be there for live streaming this year. Hopefully next year it works out and I can live stream it all. Still stoked on it, don't get me wrong. I think everybody that wants to whine about something has their own feelings more than thinks their own feelings are more pertinent than all of the fun or all of the good things about something. Unless it's inherently just bad, then I get it. But this is not inherently just bad. This setup seriously does look amazing. So Swamp Fest is going down. Swamp Fest live cam. Yeah, unfortunately not happening this year. Gary Young's there. Next year, I'm going to make it happen, hopefully. Lots of interview stuff. That's cool. Gotta have money coming in. We aren't all trust fund kids. There's that. And it's like, this clearly costs a lot of money to do. There's no getting around it. That is a lot of money in wood. my feelings aren't more important than everyone else's. I know, isn't that a crazy concept? Yeah. With that being said, if you're going to Swamp Fest and you're somehow seeing this ahead of time, thanks. Because I would not be paying attention to my phone if I was there. Unless I'm me filming and making live streams. Next, get into the videos from this week. Jordan Aleppo edit from Cult. Short and sweet. Lots of nose manual stuff in here. Lots of technical riding in here as well. If you're a Jordan Aleppo fan, you will like it. Then we have the first... What is this? No. We have the first person welcomed to Cinema's Pro Team in a long time. So I've said for a while now that Cinema might have the most stacked team in all of BMX right now. They have Chad Curley, Dakota Roche, Nathan Williams, Corey Martinez, and Garrett Reynolds. If that's not stacked, I don't know what is. And now they have Julian Arteaga. So, and even a stacked team is getting even more stacked now. And that is cool because it's been a really long time. Literally since the brand launched, it says here, with that original team for the past decade. Wow, that's pretty crazy. So this is a good video. Some burly stuff in here. The last clip is definitely burly and so scary. I can't even imagine doing the last clip and just, yeah, freaky. Lots of super technical and regular as well as opposite stuff in here. It took me like 15 seconds after a opposite 180, ice 180 down a real handrail to register what had actually happened. So watch that. It's really good. Then we got Chase Bucci, It'll Buff, video for Daily Grind up on Dig's YouTube channel. Chase, Pittsburgh, local from West Virginia, I think. Dude shreds, and there is so much regular and opposite in this that I don't think Chase has regular and opposite anymore when it comes to grind. He's doing 60-40s everywhere, regular and opposite, and making them look easy, doing tricks in and out, maybe not in, but definitely tricks out of either of them. Dude rips and takes some slams. Really good dude overall as well. So I think if you haven't heard of Chase, you should definitely watch this. And with the vibe of this video, to be totally honest, if this video came out in the come up era of BMX, it would have 50,000 views on it because the song, the riding, everything to do with it is like that period in time. And it was, if it came out then, it would get a ton of views, but it's coming out right now and is not even at 2,000 views yet. So go watch it. Pump those numbers, man. Next, this one's up my alley. So I love street riding. Street riding is really fun. I can enjoy watching it. But Tom Justice riding a 6-foot mini ramp. And then Martin Cooper. Got to admit, I'm not super familiar with Martin Cooper, but Tom Justice, anyone in a video with Tom Justice is going to be a shredder. And if this is Martin back here, let's just find out. I think he's got, yeah, dude's got brakes, did a turn down drop in out of something, 2 pegs, gyro. I can get along with this guy. And where he lacks in dreads, he makes up in beard. I can't wait to watch this. I'm going to react to this video, so I didn't watch it yet, but you already know what kind of riding is in this, being literally a mini ramp with a wall and some add-on stuff for the other side. You know it's going to be a good one. I'll react to it. It'll be out Sunday. Then we've got Jared Eberwein from Dawn Till Dusk, Big Island Vibes. So this is filmed over in Hawaii. It's got a dirt jumping yard spot, which is rad, concrete skate park stuff, and even some flatland in here. So a mix of just about everything you could want. Pretty cool. We don't see a lot from Jared Eberwein these days, and it's good to see that. There's something new. Didn't finish my sentence there. Then for the last BMX Triple Challenge, the most recent, not the last one, Glendale, Arizona, we have the finals highlights as well as best trick highlights. And the winners for this one, Brady Baker, I think, got first, Daniel Sandoval second, and Ryan Williams got third, if I am remembering correctly. Not sure who won best trick. Looks like a tail whip cash roll from Brady Baker, but that's just the thumbnail. We don't know if that's what. Then we got Fast and Loose Magnetar behind the scenes. This is the Basement Bowl session. It's cool to see that they're using all of this extra footage that was captured throughout making Magnetar and making these behind the scenes videos, because this is the kind of stuff that people identify with. The riding itself in all of their videos is insane. And I feel like there's few people on this earth that can relate to what it feels like and are just in awe of watching those videos. And then with these types of things, you get to see the personalities and you just get to be stoked on the people themselves as well as their riding and get to know them from more than just the riding. And I will beat that dead horse into the ground, because personalities are what people make connections to, and the connections are what make people stoked on others, even more so than just crazy riding. And that is what makes the community grow even more. So moving on from there, we got another one from Profile. Chur the Dogs. If someone from New Zealand or Australia knows what that means, can you please let me know, because I have no idea. But it's the Hallahans in New Zealand riding. So there's a lot of dirt jumps. If the Hawaii dirt jump house spot wasn't trails enough for you, this is going to be, because this is trails through the woods, huge, gnarly. This is trails as it gets. So watch it. And I'm not saying the other ones aren't trails. It's just these are the real deal gnarliness. So watch it. You know the Hallahans. You know that they rip. Then we got another Magnetar behind the scenes. This is Virginia Beach behind the scenes. So it's a little bit longer, coming up at the end, or not the end, but towards the end of our video list from this week. Shout out to all 41 people who are watching right now. Thank you. There was 46 people in here for a second. I appreciate all of you. Yeah, check this out. You want to see more behind the scenes, and everything I said before applies to this too. Then we've got Woodward BMX Season 2, Episode 5, Over and Under. And I have to admit, I haven't had a chance to even watch the previous episode to this, so I haven't watched this or the last one yet, but the first three were really good, and I'm excited to watch these ones. And this is a flipped video or picture for the thumbnail. How funny. But it worked perfectly, because they're looking at Chase doing what looks like a 3-whip or an air whip. Next, the videos are getting even longer, so if everything before wasn't long enough and you need an even longer video, we've got a video from Animal called A. I thought it was at first, because I thought A was AY, but Animal A. We've got a treat for you this weekend, courtesy of Animal and filmer Andrew Schubert. Full sections from Jordan Hango, Andrew Schubert, Riley Abram. I don't know, man. I don't know how you say that. Can someone tell me? A few of the Canadian up-and-comers and some U.S. Animal heads. This hits the spot from start to finish. Must see. So, watch it if you want to. It's full-length, almost full-length video from Animal. 22 minutes. And Jordan Hango's in it, and that dude rips. Next, into the interview stuff from this week. We've got a bike check from S&M with Nate Hallahan, so you can learn what he's got on his rig and everything to do with that. And if you want to learn more about the Rambler frame that he's rocking, you can watch the next video after that I have posted up. So this one was from last week. This one is from this week. Ramblin' about Rambler frames with Nathan Hallahan, talking about the Rambler frame. There are new Rambler frames from S&M. Let's see if this brings them up, because there's new colors that are available, and it's pretty cool. I don't know. Okay, so this one, the Nathan Hallahan one, is the one that it comes in Crandall Red, the Crambler. So there's new colors available: Blue Groove, Root Beer, Crandall Red, which I thought that red is sharp, man. And then the Lucas one, where am I looking here? Frames. The Lucas Hallahan one still comes in Blue Groove as well as flat out black. And if you guys want to buy one of these, you could save 10% on it or anything else you want to order from S&M or Fit. Everything from complete bike from Fit to frame from S&M or anything else in between. Save 10% on it with my code MORE. Yep. Sorry, I'm sick still. Next up, Clint Miller bike check. So Clint Miller of Colony gives you a bike check. Pretty cool. Man, I gotta go get some more water. Here's the full list of the parts. Colony through and through. What back hub's he watching? He's riding a Wasp cassette. Interesting. So if you want to learn more about Clint's tech machine, there it is. Then we have Swamp Fest Unclicked with Dennis Anderson, Gary Young, and Fudger talking about what was originally called the history of Swamp Fest, but now is called Swamp Fest Unclicked. I didn't watch it yet, but you can watch it if you want to get stoked before we see a lot of coverage from Swamp Fest coming out here in the next couple weeks. Then we've got Canode Nose, Ethan Courier, Madvu, Maxvu, and REA Levinson. So the intro to this is a weird one. Haven't had a chance to listen to this one either, but I think I heard that they did this whenever their van that they're taking to Swampfest or whatever they're taking to Swampfest broke down. So I'm not exactly sure how this one went, but these are some people that I'm sure some of you want to listen to. Hard to watch. Oh, really? Okay. Why? Oh, man. They're in a parking lot of a shop. I mean, that's pretty cool, though. If you think about, like, the whole concept behind this, making it happen is pretty cool. And taking advantage of a unfortunate situation to make an opportunity out of it is cool. So on that note, let me know, I don't know, what your favorite video from this week was. RIP to Eddie Rios, King of New York, and I'm glad that the Deltona skate park was renamed in his honor. And thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate, there's 46 of you in here now. I appreciate all of you. Hopefully you'll be here next week, Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And hopefully we'll see a bunch of Swamp Fest coverage and everything goes as good as it can with the rain in the forecast tomorrow. Thank you guys, and we'll see you.